Alright, today, actually I started working on this earlier, and I forgot that I should record everything that I do, so that I have video for the next episode. But I'm going to go back and we're going to redo it a little bit, and we're going to show you what it takes to take and add some quality heavy cables for your starter, for your battery, etc., etc. And basically we'll get started on that. I'll show you how to do it. Some quick, easy tools, not a whole lot of expense, and that you can make good battery cables either for a winch or for your battery or for your alternator, and also the addition of a terminal set. So let's get started. Okay, this is a better look at the tools. Got the marine grade shrink wrap, adhesive lined. You got your brush on electrical tape, strippers, cable, package of lugs, the heat shrink gun, heat gun, the hydraulic crimping tool. But this is basically how these cables come out. They look real good. Custom made, lasts a long time. Once you have the original cost of the tools, it's very, very inexpensive, and better than something that you're just going to be able to buy at the car parts store. This is 4 gauge here. And like I said, for the main battery cable, I would probably go to a 2 gauge or maybe even heavier, but I don't have that right now. But you're also going to need a hydraulic crimping tool with the correct dies in it. Okay, this one comes with about 10 different cable dies, and the die is set to the actual AW, the gauge of the cable. You can also go online and get a bulk set of connectors, and basically what you'll want to do is get the bulk set. It's a lot cheaper that way. I also have a heat gun, and this is a nice medium grade heat gun to run your shrink wrap, and get bulk shrink wrap also. And don't get the junk that you can get out of the hardware store or whatever. Get the waterproof, adhesive lined material, because ultimately it's going to be better in the long run. And so it's going to seal, and it's going to be a lot better for you. It's going to eliminate the corrosion, etc., that you would normally see. So let's get that cool down there. Alright, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and skin these or trim these cables back. And we're also going to, before we do that, we're going to put our shrink wrap on. Because sometimes you can't get the shrink wrap over the connector, so we'll go ahead and do that first. So basically, you can see this here, shrink wrap over, and then the heavier shrink wrap to cover over that. I like to get 2 layers of it in there, and then this. And then another layer of shrink wrap. We're going to be doing 2 ends, right? You can use a razor knife or whatever you want to use to trim this back. I like to use a set of wire strippers. Go around it like that. See, you trim it back to the area that you want. It's got to be trimmed back deep enough to go completely into the connector. And the way you measure that is you put the connector on here, make sure that it goes deep enough in. Your connectors are also going to come, your crimp-on connectors are also going to come with multiple sizes. It'll have the AWG or the wire size on one end and then the terminal size on the other. Okay, so those are two things that you need to take into account. And okay, once you get it crimped, do both sides. Okay, that one's a large, the small one on the other end. So we've got that crimped on there, nicely there. So then we're going to take some, I like to use it, you don't necessarily need to, especially with the adhesive line shrink wrap. But I like to use liquid electrical tape. And this just gives you a little bit more. We'll go ahead and turn the heat gun on. Hopefully you can still hear me over the heat gun. But it'll add a little more weather protection and a better seal. And I like to put the thinner stuff over first. Hold that over the heat gun. I don't know, can you see that? A little rag, dab that stuff off there. See how that looks there? Shrinks up real nice on there. Then we take the heavier waterproof shrink wrap, move that over it, and this gun, it's basically, it shrinks. The adhesive inside the waterproof shrink wrap melts. Obviously you don't want to burn it or catch it on fire because then that deteriorates it. That is basically what we've got here. Look at that. We'll clean that up a little bit. Get this one going. Same thing. Like I said, I need to start remembering to make sure to film all this stuff so that I have available video for my YouTube channel. I mean, some of this stuff seems really basic to me. However, people that have never done it before, this will give them insight on how to do it, how easy it is. So there you go. We've got 2 layers of shrink wrap on there. That'll make a real nice weatherproof seal on on that cable. So let's go ahead and do the other one. So basically that's how it looks again. Put some goopy on here. Make sure it's nice and sealed. First layer on. Turn it like a rotisserie chicken. Then go on there. Okay, got that one. So now I'll put the other layer in. To the other side. That looks pretty good. The hole covers up with all the goopy on there. You can easily trim that off afterwards. But like I said, you know, you invest a little bit in a few tools. You can buy in bulk. Stuff is cheap. And you can customize it to fit your vehicle. You don't have to go to the store and try to find something that's sort of kind of gonna fit. And like I said, if you're going to be adding an additional battery or a winch to your vehicle, it's so much better to do it yourself. That way you can control the quality and exactly what you want. You don't have a bunch of excess that you have to get rid of, or even worse, you don't end up being short. Then you need a wire stretcher to compensate for a short wire. That's never fun. Alright, so that's what we got. It's a pretty nice setup. Check it out. Like I said, Harbor Freight, I don't do this for a living, so I'm not worried about having to go to the store to replace a broken tool. Harbor Freight is where I got this heat gun. They have 3 different versions. They got the super cheap plastic version. They've got the medium grade version, and then I got this one here. It was the better of the 3. Got heavy duty marine grade battery terminals. It gives you the option to take and put multiple terminals, multiple cables on each terminal. And this is the universal stud assembly that allows you to, instead of piling up all the crap on your your battery terminals, it allows you to have a nice clean setup to build that. So that's what we're going to work with, and that's the finished product. And obviously this cable here, this is basically a 4. I'll probably, when I go to hook up the winch and everything, I'll probably add or upgrade this to a 2, and then I'll run my positive winch cable from here down to the winch, and that way I don't have to worry about anything overheating. Also take note that that these cables here, you really don't need to add a fuse to these, because they're so large, they're out in the open, they're easily accessible, they're able to breathe, so there's no way that you should overload these and burn them up. And so vice versa, you don't need a fuse to protect them. Also, notice that that I have a marine fuse panel that I put in here to replace all the fusible links that originally came with the vehicle.